So moving on to the second half, again we started well, we just got nothing coming forward. Jed wasn't one of his greatest games again, but again I feel for him because I can see how much he wants it. He's Millwall and he's giving it all for his club. You can't knock him for that, but he knows that unless he can pull something out of the bag, nothing's going to happen. And I think he knows that. That's the bottom line. Wallace is on the pitch thinking, I'm the one that's got to pull something out of the bag here, otherwise we're fucked. It's got to be what he's thinking. It's obvious to a blind man. Morrison kept giving the ball away yesterday, and again, I don't blame Morrison. Who else are you going to play there? Tom Elliott? No thanks. Aidan O'Brien? No thanks. That's unfortunately the best two we've got to play up front if you're going to play 4-4-2. And fair play tomorrow against his old club. He got through 90 minutes. He gave the ball away loads. He didn't win headers. But what else can we do? We signed players. Tom Bradshaw's got injured. I'll get on to covering players in a minute that we signed. But I don't know. Anyway, moving on to their goal. Norwich finally regained the lead. And for me, it's a good goal. I just don't know what else you can say. Then it's a good goal from a very good side in this division. It's an out-swinging corner. Zimmerman or Zipperman or Lipperman, I don't know. I thought the same geezer scored the first and second goals, but they've two different players with very similar names. The guy's come absolutely sledgehammering in like a catapult, and he was like Jesus on the cross. He was so high, it was an absolute joke. And he's met the ball, an out-swinging corner at its highest point, and he's rifled the header past Jordan Archer. I don't think... That's just, in my opinion, that's just a good goal. Steve Morrison scored a very similar goal away at Bradford in the playoffs when Shane Ferguson whipped one out. And it's a good goal. The league leaders are back in front. Then we've got to chase the game. And for me, this was the only criticism I can have yesterday of the manager. He makes the wrong substitutions. Again, he makes the wrong substitutions. There is no point bringing on Aidan O'Brien when you're chasing a game. In a high-tempo game, especially. Not in the Championship, not against Norwich. Again, I've got nothing against Aidan. He's been good for us down the years. He's played out of position down the years. He's scored 15 goals a season from left midfield, 2 seasons in a row in League One. But in the Championship, he's not going to do it. Aidan O'Brien is going to do nothing in that game yesterday other than kill the pace of it. That's all he's going to do. And it's nothing against Aidan. Again, I don't blame him at all. There is no position for Aidan O'Brien at this football club where he should play on the pitch. I don't think he fits in anywhere in this team under a Harris reign. And all he does is slow the game down. Why? I'm boring myself again now. Why are we not bringing on Fred? A high-tempo game, where the players are getting tired towards the end of the game. Stick Fred on and just say, keep getting to the left-back. If you're going to take anyone off, don't take off... don't put on Aidan O'Brien, please. It's just going to slow the game down. Then Sean Williams comes off and we put on another striker when we was 3-1 down. Let's cover the third goal first then. Ball through the middle. Centre-half looks a little bit slow, a little bit leggy. And Pukey again, I think he's top scorer in the league. He scored a load of goals, don't know how many. But he gets through, he shows his quality. Norwich show their class. He sticks it past the goalkeeper. Again, for me, Hutchinson was a bit slow there. And he may need a rest, Hutchinson. I don't know, maybe he's not completely fit. But it could be time to freshen it up and bring Pearce in. So we're 3-1 down and it's game over. It's 5 minutes left. And for me, it was a little bit of an Ian Holloway move from the gaffer. He brings on Tom Elliott, honestly. All right, boy. Mini-me just rocked up. I'd rather bring on George Alexander. I said it before and I say it again, and I know he's not probably capable of competing at this level, but at least give him experience. The game's lost. You're not going to score 2 goals in 5 minutes against Norwich, especially with 4 forwards. No. George Alexander scored the winner again for the under-23s on Friday at Watford. And I know, again, it's under-23s, but you've lost the game. Have Alexander on the bench. Get him on. Give him some experience. Or have him on the bench and don't use him. But Tom Elliott, it's pointless. He cannot play for this football club. It's just no. But honestly, like the game's done, 3-1. I'm getting a bit angry now, but I shouldn't be. I thought, honestly, it was a good performance. I thought we matched Norwich in all areas, other than in the final third where we had no quality going forward, no strikers that could finish the ball. Lee Gregory, one of the worst games I've ever seen him play for Mill yesterday. But again, still no real clear-cut chances for him. He had one that he snatched at late in the second half. But that's the best you're going to get out of a Mill side at the minute. That's the best you're going to get out of us. Now, the problem is, we'll go to Bolton next week and we won't play like that. We will not turn up. If we go to Bolton and play like that, we've got a very good chance of getting the 3 points that we absolutely 100% desperately need. A point's no good at Bolton. We've got to start winning games. Our arsehole's going to go. I can't go to the end 2 games from the season and we're looming over the relegation zone. We've got to beat Bolton next week. The players have got to turn up. The manager's got to try something different. That's 3 straight defeats. The 4-4-2, it's got to go. The players have to go there next week. You need to freshen it up. There's no way of freshening this team up. Let me tell you now, I'm going to go through the team. Archer done all right yesterday. Thought his distribution was good. Made a good save. Didn't have a problem with him. But trust me, it will cost us before the end of the season and points we can't afford to lose. I wouldn't play Archer. Romeo, he can stay. Meredith, no. But at the minute we've got no choice because Murray Wallace is probably out for the rest of the season. I drop Hutchinson, I bring in Pearce, I play Jake Cooper, then I play 3 central midfielders, I play Sean Williams, I play Ben Thompson, I play Jeb Wallace in the free role, then I bring Marshall back in right, or if not Fred on your dimmer, I play Fergie left, and up front I'd have Gregory. Or even give Gregory a rest and put Fred up front. What else is there to try? Who else is there? Tom Elliott wouldn't play him again this season. Aidan O'Brien wouldn't play him again this season. We've got no options. We're fucked. And going on to this, the reason we are fucked, and I've drifted off the game, so before I go on to what I'm about to say, unlucky boys yesterday. I thought it was a good performance, and I don't think that you could have done any more against the side that's possibly going to win the league. Right, that's that done. Now let's quickly move on to the players we signed. And people say, what's 1.5 million these days, in this day and age? It's nothing. What it is everything for us, because 1.5 million is the absolute maximum that we can afford to pay for a player. So we've got to get it right. He has to get it right, the manager. Our record signing, Ryan Leonard, sub not used yesterday. Yuri Skalak can't even get near the squad. Tom Bradshaw is injured. Okay, that's unfortunate. We have signed some very bad players, and the little bit of money that we have had, listen, and it may be fuck all to everyone else, but in our scheme of things, that's a lot of money. We broke our transfer record twice in a week for the first time in 30 odd years. That's a big thing for us. So it ain't no good saying, it's only 1.5 million. No. To us, that's 10 million. That's everything we've got. So he's got to sign the right players. Ryan Leonard is horrendous. He's not up to this standard of football. We've done it wrong in signing him. Yuri Skalak, that's all that dough gone. If you look at Skalak, around $1 million, and Leonard, that's about 2.5 million we had there for Harris to sign the right players, and he hasn't signed the right players. Bradshaw you can excuse, but even before he got injured, he wasn't playing. We have signed the wrong players. And at the end of this season, if I was John Berylson and we do stay up, I would be very, very reluctant to give Neil Harris money to spend because, he has pulled a couple of gems out of the bag. You can't knock him for that. Okay, he got Saville on the cheap, but he's seen a lot of Saville because he played for us before. We got Jake Cooper as a good signing, but we've had more bad than we've had good. And for people keep going, what's 1.5 in this day and age for Ryan Leonard? It's everything for us. It's more money than we can afford to spend, and now we spent it on a player that isn't good enough for this standard of football. Simples. Right, so that's it all for this post-match analysis video. For the first time in 3 weeks, there isn't a midweek game this week, so you won't see much of me this week. I need a little bit of time off, get my head straight from this, because I'm absolutely shitting myself now. I've got a very strong feeling that we're going to get relegated. It was the 3-year anniversary of the channel yesterday, so thanks as always for everyone that supports and watches the channel. We are into year 4. Well, there's no way I'm stopping anytime soon. I interviewed Ian Dawes yesterday at Lions Lounge at the ground, so that's up on the YouTube channel if you want to have a look at that. Other than that, I'll see you later in the week for a pre-match prediction for Bolton. We travel to the Reebok Arena, is it called these days? I don't know what it's called, University of Bolton or some shit. Whatever it's called, we've got to go there and we have got to change things. We have got to come out fighting like Lions and we've got to go for 3 points. And that's the end of the story. Please subscribe to Lions TV. Come on, you Lions.